So just the first couple of notes before we get started. Today, September 19th, is a day that they used to celebrate very, very much down in the city. We had the Italian festival for San Gennaro. Today is the feast of St. Januarius, otherwise known in Italian San Gennaro. And I'm waiting to hear if in his shrine church in Italy, there's a little vial of his blood that liquefies every year. And on the years that it doesn't liquefy, bad things happen. So maybe the bad things happened already for 2020. I haven't heard whether or not. Vic, have you heard? No. The other thing is, another personal aside, in my high school yearbook, one priest wrote this last comment from St. Paul: conduct yourself in a way worthy of the gospel of Christ. And, I thought, why just write good luck or something like that? But he wrote something very meaningful and stayed with me all my life, so I thought that was pretty good. Anyway, anyone who works for a living may find today's gospel a little unsettling and a little unfair. Think about it. They had the workers that worked all day and received the same pay that the workers who worked for only an hour. Doesn't that seem unfair? Right away, anyone who's worked and has had an unfair situation where someone else who is not working as hard as they are makes the same money or more, and it's rather unsettling. When I was in high school, I worked in an amusement park, a little kiddie amusement park, and I worked pretty hard there. And at the end of the year, the owner of the kiddie park gave out some bonuses, not big dollars. At the time it was $20 or $25, not much. But I found out that one of the other guys got more than I did, and I got upset. I worked harder than this guy. How come he got more? Wait a minute, shouldn't I just said thank you very much for the bonus and let it go? My father told me way back, just around the time I was born, that there used to be a union hall where the members would gather waiting for their names to be called to do work. And it might be work for a day or 2 days or a week or a month, and it was really important. And having that job meant, getting food, paying their rent, getting some other niceties so that they can live well. There wasn't a whole lot of respect and dignity given to them. Sometimes I had to even bribe the union foreman to get their name called out. But it was hard, and you would think things unfair the way they were treated. And now we have this parable today of the landowner and the workers. The thing is that the parable is not meant to talk about the workers, it's meant to talk about the landowner. We're not talking about anything that's unfair, we're talking about the generosity of the landowner. And he goes out to look for workers. First thing in the morning at 9, then again at noon, then again at 3, then again at 5, I don't think he's doing it for the money. He may not even need all those workers. The point is that he loves his vineyard and he loves these workers. That's the point. Workers at that time, similar to the union workers that my father tells me about, they needed that work that day. Without that day's salary, working or not working meant buying food or not buying food. It was critical. And so for a landowner to hire someone was big news, very important to those people. And I also, just notice the hours. 9, 12, 3, 5. Those happen to be the hours of prayer in the synagogue for the Jews. We carry that on even today with our Christian prayer morning, evening, and night, and actually 6 other times, that the monks in monasteries continue to carry out the hours. In fact, we call them the liturgy of the hours. Very important, a little side note there. So he goes out into the marketplace to bring the workers into his field. Get the analogy? Where's the field? Here we are, right here. He needs workers for the field. So many times we say, well, we don't have enough priests. We don't have enough people praying. Well, he has the answer for that. Pray for the taskmaster to get more workers for the field. We need more people in the field. And we come here to church not because our point is just to get to heaven. Yes, we do. But we come because we are children of God. And we come here to praise God. That's our point. So you're not in it for the money, and you're not in it for the fame. You're in it for the love, in the field where we need you. Now, there's a few extra people here today, you may have noticed, wearing suits, and they're not part of the mafia. They're part of the Knights of Columbus. Before Mass tonight, we had an installation of offices for our council, Cardinal Egan Council of the Knights of Columbus, here at our parish of St. Patrick. And these men, knights, are dedicated to serving this parish. They're not in it for the money. They're not in it for the fame. They're in it to raise money and give it away. Their primary beneficiary is the church. You may see some stickers on the chairs here. There was over $1,000 paid for chairs this year and tables. And in past years, thousands of dollars was given for the support of the church. When people need help, we've helped them. Bibles for the students and other supplies have been donated. And they continue their work. So support the Knights of Columbus here in St. Patrick's. Very valuable. They're in the world, they're in the field. Now again, we'll go back to the taskmaster, to the landowner. The focus is on him. The focus is on his generosity. And it translates to us his forgiveness, his caring, his love for us. Overwhelming. We're not worthy of it. We're not worthy of the Eucharist here tonight. Yet it is a free will offering and gift to us by God. Extremely generous, giving himself in the Eucharist to us. Whether you're a first grader, second grader, whenever you receive your first communion, or whether you're a senior citizen like me, it doesn't make a difference. The Eucharist is here for you. So in the beginning of this parable, it looked a little unfair. And it is unfair. It goes beyond fair because of the forgiveness and the joy and the hope that is for all of us. without exception, all of God's children, not just the Catholics or the Christians, the whole world, given to us, whether we deserve it, which we don't, or not. It's given to us freely. So now our response is to respond with the same forgiveness and joy and hope and love for each other.